with the Denver Broncos. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on second down is Keenan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Down. Hey, go, Roger.
Throwing on third down, Keenan. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Keenan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. To throw is Wentz. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
22!
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 1st down, Keenum. This is Booker on the dump ball. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And that's complete to Sanders. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Keenum to throw. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, CD, switching gears for a second, you know, there's been a special teams issue so far in the NFL this season, especially you look at week 2 through Sunday's games. There were 19 missed extra points and field goals combined between all the kickers in the league.
And if you look at Minnesota and Cleveland, That's where the spotlight really focuses because Minnesota, a rookie kicker, Daniel Carlson, they spent a 5th round.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Good chip. Shorty. What's up?
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Graham. 22.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out now come the Eagles. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
There we go. Back. What's up?
Wentz now to throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
On the ball.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They do snap it to Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, we've got to talk about the ties that we've seen in weeks 1 and 2. Everyone was talking about the Steelers-Browns week 1, Charles, but week 2 we saw another, the game that you had, Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, and do you know something? They tied at 29. You know, it's the first time teams have tied with the score 29-29 in NFL history, so another little oddity that you throw in there. But I think the common characteristic between the Vikings, Packers, and the Steelers-Browns from week 1, kicking. The kicking game got both games really affected in a big way. The Browns...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Shane Ray in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go. 82. Liz.
Throwing is Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Shane Ray in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Here's Jones. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Keenum will try again on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, let's go. Down.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
22.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Looking deep for Demarius. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Demarius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down. From the gun, here's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Black. 81. Sit. Gray 15. Listen.
On first down, Wentz. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A CD switching gears for a second. After last year, 7 NFL head coaches were relieved of their duties. And in week 1 of this season, those 7 coaches went 0-7. They fared a little better, though, in week 2.
They certainly did. Finally got into the win column. 3 of those happened. 1 in Chicago, 1 in Tennessee.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Adam Gotsis in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8.
Run.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Hang in there now. Great.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Wentz now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Doug Pederson's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. 53. Hey,
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Freeman again. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Keenum now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Down.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsay, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Working from the gun, Keenum. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 50. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
22.
Keenum wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. The Sanders has got it complete. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Keenum. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Black.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's good. They've got his man complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. 74. Go. 20. Shorty.
He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Shorty. 82.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
81.
Back to throw. Wentz drops it off to Ajayi. It's an 8-yard pickup, and with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left, and that'll make it third down.
Dre 15. Go. 20.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part one. Part two, the two-point conversion.
Throw the two-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
81. What's up?
One final try now for Wentz. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game.
We got three. Here we go. 180. Right there. Right there. Hey, they're scared. What's your son? Hold.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.